Does the change at quarterback for them change anything that you might do?
Yeah, it's really interesting because there's not a big sample size of who they are with him, and that's the, I think with Ewers, he's a phenomenal player, but you know what you're getting, and I don't know that we know what's going to come with Malik Murphy right now, so it's, that will unfold itself as it goes. I think they're going to run their offense and do what they do. I think he's very capable of doing everything that they do. You just don't know how much complexity, they're going to put on some of that stuff, and so it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds.
What led to their running success last season here?
Well, they're really physical. I mean, they're extremely physical and athletic up front, which is best in the league in my opinion. Of course, they had a couple of good tailbacks too to make that thing go, which doesn't hurt. And then the third part about it that people talk about the players and stuff, and that's absolutely accurate, but the schematics are good too. I mean, they don't put themselves in situations where they're running into situations they shouldn't be running into. I think they really know what they're doing there, and they do a good job at digging in your history and seeing what's hurt you and coming back and trying to see if you get it fixed. And so I think that combination of all those things makes them a really good running team.
What do you see from the Brooks group?
Just talented group of guys all the way around. I think not that far off from what they had last year, and physical runner, really patient in his runs. I think he does a good job in pass pro. I think he catches the ball well. Concerned about him in the slip screen game and some of that stuff, and he's just he's as good of a back as we'll see.
They have struggled in the red zone. When you watch them, what do you see going on?
I don't know. I think sometimes that's I don't know. That is not anything that they're doing. I think they are as schematically diverse down there as anybody. And I can't answer that. I think they a couple of good breaks. A couple of passes that were inches away. A drop ball here or there, it makes a big difference. And that's they've been on the wrong end of that. Like to keep them there if we can.
There's got to be mentality that goes along with your red zone touchdown percentage defense in there.
It's funny you say that. We got the stop last week. It was sudden change. I can't remember what happened. We turned the ball over and the ball was in their territory, and I don't know what yard line it was on. I think it was 30 something. But we ended up getting the stop there on 4 downs, and they missed the field goal. And the first thing that I think was Austin Moore and Des Purnell were asking what yard line they were on because they wanted to know if they were in the red zone or not. So our guys definitely have that in the back of their heads, as a something that they're prideful of. I don't think that it changes our approach to any play or anything or any call that we do. It's just, we're hopefully treating every play the same, whether in the red zone or not.
Kobe Savage, Paris, Texas, and he goes to Tyler Junior College. He's going to be going against all these different Texas teams right now. You notice maybe a chip on his shoulder right now.
Yeah, I've probably got a few guys like that are, we're not heavily recruited that are from Texas or from that area, and I don't think that's much different from us week to week. I think sometimes we're dealing with guys that maybe didn't have the Oklahoma State offer or the whomever it is that we're playing offer, and I think it's probably the same. And I think it probably is a little bit more special for a Texas kid, though. You bet.
You guys are playing on a streak like you are right now, 41-0, 41-3. How much confidence is the defense bringing out there to the field?
Yeah, I don't know. You watch us on Monday. I don't think it's different than any Monday that we've had. You watch us on Wednesday. I don't think it's any different. I don't know. I mean, I hope that our guys are confident. I would hope that in the beginning. I think that, you bet there's something to doing it actually. But I think our guys have always had that inner confidence that they can do the things that we're asking them to do, and it's just a matter of going out there and doing it.
Out of all the corners, Keenan Garber had the most snaps last week. Is he just ascending at a rapid rate?
He's doing a great job. Yeah, Keenan's doing a great job. I was been really, really pleased with him. I think he's a big part of that. Jacob Parrish has been really solid on the one edge, and we've had Will Lee in there. We've had a variety of guys in there, and Keenan's been in that role now for the past 3 games, and I think he's doing a phenomenal job. He's a really athletic kid, great ball skills. And I think just the more experience he gets, the better he gets. I was happy to see Will kind of have a game where he got back to it a little bit too. I'm pleased with where the corners are at right now.
With him, are Are you tempted to maybe throw him out there a little bit more to kind of match up their length?
Well, no, we don't think about it that much, I guess, in those terms. Not this week in particular. I think we just try to roll those guys. I think all those guys are going to get a significant amount of snaps. Jacob will get the lion's share of them, but we're going to do whatever we can do to keep him fresh, and we feel comfortable with certainly those three, and it really goes probably a little deeper than that. I think we feel okay about Justice James, Jordan Wright, also in that group. So we'll feel pretty good. We'll get some of those guys in some of the third down stuff and do some different things that way, but that's where we're at with that room. It's a good spot right now.
As a coaching staff, when you're on a losing streak to one team in particular, like you are with Texas right now, do you ever have to, reevaluate things and say, let's take a slightly different approach here?
Yeah, it just seems like when we've played these guys, and I don't know that it's true, but we've had some good games down there in Austin, but it seems like we've always been playing catch up a little bit. It just seems like, last year we dug ourselves a hole that we couldn't get out of. A couple of years ago down there, it was an odd time because I know they had some quarterback injuries and they kind of went total rogue on us and did about 20 snaps of wildcat and just did some things that, I felt like we were playing catch up that day a little bit too. And, it's just we've got to get out of the gate early, and we've got to get playing early, get some confidence going early, get some stops. Hopefully we're moving the ball on the other end and, make it a 4-quarter game.
Another COVID question. It comes off the injury. He switches positions to the jack. He's near the top of tackles. He's got 2 INTs this season. He's got leadership. What's impressed you most about him this year?
The savagery, no pun intended, with how he came back from his injury. I've not seen anybody do that. Just the work and the determination that he had. Almost the refusal to acknowledge that he had an injury, in the summertime and he just was, you wouldn't know it right now, the way he's moving around and stuff. And I'll forever remember that. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody attack it the way he's attacked it. And so any bit of success, any accolade he gets, boy, he deserves it maybe more than anybody. He's just kind of an unsung guy that goes about his business, but is rock solid for us every Saturday. And man, I'm so proud of him.